Did we donate organs?
His entire body was donated.
He says, aren't I awesome?
Yeah.
Have you been seeing Post-it notes randomly here, there, and everywhere?
Yep.
That's him. He can move physical items. He likes to because he loves to punk your ass.
I got a random bobblehead that's, I don't know where, I ordered one off Amazon and a different one came and it's a Post-it note bobblehead. It showed up like 2 days ago.
Yep. He's like, you're welcome.
I sent it back.
Singing this country song, and I'm like, that doesn't fit. He's like, live like you're dying, or however it goes. I go skydiving.
That was the song that they played that at his funeral.
Yeah, that's why he's singing it there. Not forgotten here. How you doing? Say you want to validate up on anything?
Do I what?
Ooh, that was close. Anything resonating with you here tonight? You having a good time?
I'm having a great time.
You are? Okay. So do you have a pretty big family?
No. Mm-mm.
Are you growing a big family?
Oh, I don't think so. Think about getting another dog.
Well, that's a good thing. Now, y'all together here?
Yes.
Is that your sweetie pie?
Correct.
Your wifey poo?
No.
Not yet.
One day.
Exactly. Oh, so that's the engagement, huh? Am I blowing everything? No? Oh, okay.
No.
So
we talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, you heard me when I said I'm a minister, right?
We'll call you.
I know you won't. Who do you want to hear from most of all?
Longtime best friend.
Okay. Did y'all play football?
He was a very accomplished football player.
He still is playing football, let me tell you what. So he'll use the football to communicate with you. You'll see footballs everywhere, and you'll think you're going insane, like you're trying to make it like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about him, but it really is he's drawing your attention to the footballs in different areas. Anyway, so he's kind of pushing for this. Like, have y'all been talking about living together?
Yeah, it's
okay.
Soon.
He's like, man, don't waste time. Get on it.
Thanks, bud.
Does that make sense? Because
yes.
y'all are like brothers here. So is he coming from a big family?
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Because they're your family too, you know. Anybody that's his family is your family. So I'm just seeing a lot of people. They
were my family, yeah.
They are your family. We're eternally connected. You notice the body language? This is how he moves.
Yeah, he's like a Chris Farley type.
Yeah.
So
that's how he
moved like that a lot.
Yeah, so you notice right now, he's not in me, but I'm just like, we're doing a little dance together. Make a little love, get down tonight. Boom. Boy, was he a hottie toddy.
Yeah, he was.
Still is. He got the shoulder and head.
He was in the hospital for a while with a whole broken face, jaw, head.
Most right side.
It wasn't the. Go on.
But
yeah.
Well,
I don't know about the shoulder, but the head, face, he had a lot of trauma.
Right. Okay, he's talking about get over it and move on. He's like, get the fuck up and move.
Sounds right.
Yeah, so he's kind of like a drill sergeant going, boom, go, come on, go. You're in boot camp now. He's not going to let you miss a beat here in your life. did we donate organs?
His entire body was donated.
He says, aren't I awesome?
Yeah.
He's like, aren't I awesome? Hey, he's heavenly. It's not ego. It's like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So his legacy's living on.
Yeah, he saved a lot of lives.
He's like, oh. Have you been seeing Post-it notes randomly here, there, and everywhere?
Yep.
That's him. He can move physical items. He likes to because he loves to punk your ass. He's like, watch this, y'all. He's going to lose his shit. And you know it's him. You're like, dude, quit messing with me.
I got a random bobblehead that's, I don't know where. I ordered one off Amazon, and a different one came, and it's a Post-it note bobblehead. It showed up like 2 days ago.
Yep. He's like, you're welcome.
I sent it back.
Don't worry, it'll boomerang back. Do you know? It's just the most obvious things that we miss. And they're there, and it's so obvious, but the spirit world, they make it obvious. And that's why sometimes we think that it can't be them, because it's just too obvious, but they make it obvious. And he's like, man, I'm obvious. Because you've been just like overwhelmed with his presence and with so many things that are happening that you know. It's like, that's a signature mark of him. That's him. Oh my God, am I going insane? I mean, like, really, this shit's not real, but it's happening. I can't tell anybody. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's like, isn't this fun?
I'm sure it is for him.
What else did you want to hear from him? He's like, I may not tell you.
I don't know. I think
he's just a smart ass. I love him.
Yes, he was a smart ass.
He wants you to build a big family. And dogs do count. They do.
Mm-hmm.
They do. But he's like, yeah, live your life now. So, live your life, he says, because, dude, you're going to die someday. Live your life now. I thought twice before I said, I'm like, I don't want to freak everybody out here, but
no,
that's just
good.
him. That's him.
Yeah, sounds like him.
It's
He's
exactly
a
what
free
he's saying.
spirit. And
Yeah.
That's what kind of led to.
Yeah. He's singing this country song, and I'm like, that doesn't fit. He's like, live like you're dying, or however it goes. I go skydiving. And
that was the song that they played that at his funeral.
Yeah. That's why he's singing it here. Yeah. So he'll play it on the radio, and you'll hear it, but he wants you to live that way. And the reason why they played it at his funeral is because he was right there. I want that song played at my funeral. And they heard him.
To his dad, I think so. But either way.
Yeah. It's you too. You're part of the family. You are. Don't ever forget that. He's like, don't ever forget that. I almost feel like y'all are like, I mean, your friendship, your relationship, y'all had to have each other.
Yeah, I've never had a relationship like that since or before.
Kind of like, you know how when warriors are down in the trenches, and that's where the relationship it becomes like brother. That's what he's showing me with the two of y'all. You know, it just became tight and close and brother, and that always, which she says that never is going to go away, ever. Yeah. So you got a lot of kids coming in. Y'all need to get busy.
I think that's enough.
Oh, they're not going to be watching to do the hanky panky. They don't want to see that. Just so you know.
All right.
And they're like, no, thank you. Get on with it. Oh, by the way, we eat on the other side. We drink. We have relations if we are with our person. So much of what we experience here in the physical is really the heavenly realm, what we call the heavenly realm, but it was really home. And why would we eat? Because we like food. Why would we have relations? Because, hello, I mean, how many people become closer with God whenever they have relations anyway? So, I mean, that's heavenly. What now? No, God, it's heaven.
Oh, God.
He is, this is him. We're going in this, we're in the locker room right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any questions for him?
No, I don't think so. I don't know if this is a valid question, but I know that him and his dad had issues, and his dad, does he have anything for his dad?
His daddy? Well, okay, here's what he has to say. You have a connection with his daddy?
Yeah, and his mom, but his dad and...
Most importantly, okay, here's what he has to say to his dad. All right, stuff happened, right? And so he's not gonna talk about the privacy of his father's life and what went good and what went bad, right? But then Mr. over here, he's the kind of guy where he'll put up with a lot, right? And then he kind of turns it off. And so he would be accused of maybe being the little rebel soul going the other way, but that was just his way of surviving it. So he's just saying like I was a bit of a handful. Does that make sense?
Yeah, he died of an overdose.
I was a bit of a handful. Okay, anyway, so things happened, and life was hard, and he's not going to go through and talk about his daddy, but it was hard. And so then he is a little bit more of a rebel soul to cope. Okay? He's like, my dad will understand that.
Yeah.
He's like, it's called reactionary behavior. So...
It makes sense.
Yeah. It's just a coping mechanism, right? Okay? So, but he is protecting his dad. That's one thing you should tell him, that he protects his dad. And he knows the story of his father's life. He understands his father, but it was rock and roll. And then he became that rebellious, like...
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Because of what had. So it's cause and effect. But he's taken responsibility for sure, yeah. Ish.
That sounds right.
Ish. There's something not right here with this one. Were you feeling that?
What?
There was something not right here with this one.
I don't know.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I don't know. Do you just think on that?
Okay.
That's the kind of curse of being me and this connection to where I'll get information and there's no way of validating it.
No, I think you validated plenty.
Okay, cool. We're good.
But,
yeah. Yep. He says I'm pretty awesome.
yeah.
Not me, but him.
Right.
He's like, I'm awesome. Okay, good. Got any more questions?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. I can't wait till y'all get together and do what you think it's gonna do, right? Did I wear y'all out? Who do you want to hear from? Or do you want to?
My father.
Okay. It's a daddy night today, isn't it?
It is.
It is really a daddy night here. Did he have heart issues connected to his passing here?
Yes.
Boy, that just happened, right? Anyway, so he said, that's what I was thinking too. Actually, he'd not been feeling well, but he was too stubborn to do anything about it. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. But he just was kind of like in denial. I'm just telling you what he's saying, what was happening prior. This is his life after all, and he's telling the story of his life.
Sure.
So, was he having feet issues prior to his passing too as well? There's some things here that you may not know, but do you know about that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And they were hurting, like his feet were hurting.
Yes.
And they were kind of red.
Yeah.
He's talking about that too. Empathically, this was yesterday morning, and they always set up for the reads before I have the reads. So I'm always going through wonderful times prior to reads.
Sure.
Yesterday morning, I'm sitting on my porch, and I looked down, and my feet were like bright red, and they were hurting. And I'm like, oh, hi, you're going to read tomorrow. Okay. And so he's like, this happens to her. Sometimes you're empathically linked to what was happening to him too as well. Mm-hmm. And so it can't hurt you. Don't worry. It's just you're very connected to him. And he is talking about the month of June as far as birthday, anniversary, death. So June is relevant. Where does that fit?
His birthday.
Okay, he's like, the best month of the year is birthday month.
Yes.
He's talking about that. And he's also saying how, now we do have Irish connection here too. And he's
his mom, my grandmother.
Say, did I say Kelly to you? There's got to be a Kelly because he's talking about Kelly.
Not that
we'll leave that there. Remember, it'll be a validated later date too as well. Was he at home? Okay, he's showing me that where he's like, I was at home, and he kind of knew he was going. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Look at his behavior before, and he's taken me back like 5 days prior to his passing. Were you really closely connected with him in that?
Super. Like
okay.
Ultra.
Okay, go back 5 days prior to his actual last breath. He talks about that's the moment. He's like, okay, I think things are shifting here. Where's the Thursday? We're on a Thursday right now anyway. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Was it a Tuesday? He's talking about Tuesday, so he goes back to the Thursday prior, okay? So that's what was going on there. Something was going on. And he's, notice how he's a little bit slower here in his conversation?
Yes, he's kind of shy, so
yeah,
I wasn't
okay,
sure
so that's
he would
why,
come through.
That's why it's coming this way. You notice the difference between your daddy and his buddy over there because it just kind of slows back, and that's what he's showing me. And he's also talking about the white poodle. So who has the white poodle? It's a poodle, not a poodle mix, but that might be connected to maybe a friend that you have right now or a poodle back in the day. Does that make sense? Okay.
His childhood dog.
Okay. And he's like, not a mix, but a white poodle. So over here with him. And oh, by the way, our animals are with us too as well, and they communicate. I'm kicking that out now. They're all telling me you're a little bit slow on that. You can validate that in a minute, sweetheart. You know, he is working really hard, helping you. Why are you on a deadline?
I don't know what the deadline is.
What are you doing right now that's put you on a deadline?
I have a lot of stress at work.
And you got deadlines up the wazoo?
Yes.
Okay, because he's like, nothing but deadlines. So that's going to mean something for you.
Okay.
Okay, because that's how you're operating. Like, here's the deadline there. Here's the deadline there. Okay. So what do you do?
I've been in operations, so I'm working on an acquisition that's
Deadline.
closing soon. Yes.
Deadline.
Yes.
He's like, see? Deadline. So you can work on deadlines. That's a good thing. You know how to get shit done, and you can work on deadlines. And so I can see that patterning in your life to where you're always, and if you don't have a deadline to get something done, you'll make one. Mm-hmm. You make sense?
Right.
That's who you are.
Yeah.
That's who I'm like, okay, this is like kind of swirling around me. There's a lot of deadlines going on, but that's just who you are. Very listy, goal-oriented, have to have this done here. So he's talking about, you have a brother who's still here in the physical?
Yes.
Y'all look a lot alike?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, like brother and sister, totally.
Totally. Yes.
Oh. He's talking about that. And he's also, you're okay. You're okay with him being on the other side. You're okay with him working with you. You see him everywhere.
Sometimes, not as much as I used to, but
Pops up. No, what I mean, you see him in things around you. Like, who was the MacGyver in fixing the house and doing stuff like that a lot? Who's the MacGyver? You know, Jimmy rig stuff. That'll fit somewhere.
okay.
Okay, because he's showing me a little bit. Who's living in the? Do we still have the house? Did he?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Get it?
Yes, we're renting out his house, and he has someone named Dale that used to work for us in the family business, and
Okay.
he is there doing.
He's the MacGyver.
That is him.
And he's literally MacGyvering things. He's very intelligent. It's good, but he's
Yeah,
things are getting fixed like in a very creative way.
He's amazing.
Give me
Yes.
the medical tape. Here, I'll fix it that way. Here's the wire. I've got it. Okay. There's a
Oh,
solution to
God.
this problem. So, anyway, he's the MacGyver.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So that's. Have you gone back to the home?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So that's where you will. Did we put the cement out back? Did we lay the cement out back? Okay. Are we talking about putting some cement out back? Anyway, he's just showing me that. I don't know what's going on with that. Do we have cement out back of the
Yes,
house?
he has like a huge man cave, and
Just,
like
but not undercut roof. There's cement.
Yeah.
Okay, what's interesting now, you'll see that they take me back. It's like I'm like right here talking to you, but he also takes me back, kind of like a life review with him, where I'm seeing certain things that were going on there.
yes.
And he's giving me a Chicago pizza too, so that's got to mean something as well. Deep dish pizza.
Okay.
Okay, that's got it.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there,
Yeah.
cause yeah, making sense now.
Not necessarily the pizza, but it'll
The Chicago. The Chicago.
Oh, pizza oven at his place. He had a pizza oven
Okay.
that he put under a patio in the backyard.
With the cement, okay.
That's his man cave.
Okay.
Yes. And one more quick question. Sorry, I don't want to
problem.
monopolize this, but my father died very suddenly.
Right.
But
Although
he-
5 days before.
Yes, but he was not gone for a while, and I was with him through that process.
Of
Transition, or whatever you want to
yeah,
call it.
transition.
Did he hear me? Did he hear me singing to him?
Well, he knows everything, sweetheart. Here, of course, he's around, and there's a lot going on, and you know that. But of course, he did. He said, "But let's stick with what we're talking about right now. Let's stick. There's a reason why sometimes they won't bring up what was really happening. He talked about what was going on, his passing. He gave us days and such like that, but he steered clear of that moment, that sacred time during this read, because he wants to keep you more focused on him being with you and moving forward
Right.
and working with him.
Yeah.
Okay, because if you were to go to a psychic, they're going to tell you all this stuff because they're going to read that. It's different than this communication with them. Your daddy is going to kind of he's going to avoid that area that's going to trigger you, maybe take you to a dark cave that's been taking you to a dark cave.
Right.
Okay. So he wants me to stop. That's why I said, okay, hold on, because he started talking a lot. He wanted me to explain that to you. This is his way of saying, at this point in time, okay, now we all have had experiences with people that we love dearly, and in those moments, and whether it be an animal, which is very powerful too as well, or a loved one or whatnot, where we have vivid memory of them in those final moments. And then that vivid memory will actually temporarily erase some of all the other beautiful memories, and it
Right.
puts a wall up to where we can't reach them for where they are right now.
Right.
So your father, for this group read, is the great teacher right now and saying, hey, right now let's not focus on those moments. Let's focus on, like say, before and what we're doing now. Because that's just, it's not going anywhere. You're never going to have pleasure. You're always going to have this grief, but it's making it really hard for you to actually you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.